Look, I'm not jumped to the conclusion that I believe that there are, aliens coming from another planet. But I'm open to that. And I think that it's our responsibility, especially when we're seeing that we have a government that is actively blocking information from us. Last year, we were blocked by someone in House administration from being able to receive a full briefing from Arrow. So not an elected official, but someone in staff blocked us. And I've had it. Enough is enough. I want to cue up a video that I've been given. This was taken October 30th of 2024. This video is of an MQ-9 drone tracking an orb, or this object, off the coast of Yemen. You'll see that another MQ-9 launched a Hellfire missile. That you cannot see that drone. And so I'm not going to explain it to you. You'll see exactly what it does.
I have heard about events like this. I have heard about this event. Jeremy Corbell and I talked about it in one of our episodes a while back. We did not have the video, though. There are servers where there's a whole bank of these kind of videos.
Guys, we need to absolutely find and raid these servers. If this video ain't shit, just imagine what the fuck they actually have.
Sticking out your tongue for the picture. You're so pretty, you're so popular.
That Congress has not been allowed to see, that the public hasn't been allowed to see. Occasionally some of that stuff gets out in the wild and it comes our way. It should be going to you. The public should be seeing this stuff. And why you're not allowed to, I don't know. But that's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and just bounced right off. And it kept going.
It kept going, and it looks like the debris was taken with it.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Now, I'm not going to speculate what it is, but the question is, why are we being blocked from this information?
Mr. Nusatelli, real quick yes or no answers. Are you aware of anything in the government, United States government arsenal that can split a Hellfire missile like this?
No.
And do whatever blob thing it did and then keep going? Nothing?
Nothing.
All right, how about you, Chief Wiggins?
Nothing to my knowledge, ma'am.
Okay, and how about you, Mr. Borland?
I prefer to answer that in a skiff.
Does this video scare you guys? Yes or no?
Yes.
Wiggins?
Yes.
Nat?
I had a different reaction. I was really happy that it got out. Thanks for providing that.
Curiosity kills the cat. All right, Mr. Borland?
Yes.
So guys, I was like trying to sleep last night and Jesus Christ, I saw there was an assassination. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Like, you know what really irritates the fuck out of me is that every single person on social media is acting like they were this person's biggest fan, but they've never made a post prior to this, and now it's just rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. You were such a good man. You know, he was, but gee, like, come on, like you were not a fan of this guy. Now you're trying to, get some sympathy, and for what? And now you got fucking people on Twitter, etc., just sharing that, assassination video, like literally underneath every post about it, just to farm some engagement. I mean, I thought I was bad, but Jesus Christ, these people are fucking brutal.
Real quickly. Yeah, to be honest with you, I think Bob Lazar, and not for the reasons that most would talk about, mainly because Bob Lazar was immediately discredited. They said he never worked where he worked. They said he never did what he did. But yet Bob Lazar showed up with a bunch of friends and a video camera and was filming these test flights in the middle of the desert. So clearly he knew something.
Madam Chairman, if I'm out of time, I yield back.
The one name I do want to bring up in this session, though, is Robert Bigelow. So looking into the idea of crash retrievals and reverse engineering, while OSAP, that program, was active, the DIA's contractor, Robert Bigelow of Las Vegas, made a bold attempt to acquire physical proof of UFO crashes. It's been widely reported and suspected that Lockheed Martin is one of the contractors, the defense contractors, that has held this stuff, stored it away in secrecy, and tried to figure out how it works. I have confirmed on the record that Robert Bigelow and a trusted colleague from OSAP met with and negotiated with senior executives at Lockheed Martin and hammered out a deal wherein Bigelow's company, Bass, would receive a quantity of unusual material that had been stashed away and protected at a facility in California. That material was not made here.
So I wonder how the progress is going with the meta materials. How long does it take to reverse engineer this shit? What does it take? Like, how many years has it been? I mean, Robert Bigelow, he used to own Skinwalker Ranch, right? And then he sold it, and now it's the real estate guy that owns it. Fugel, right? What the fuck's that guy's name? But yeah, really interesting stuff. I want to visit Skinwalker Ranch someday. That's like a bucket list. Would you visit it if you had the chance?
When we tried to, as a committee, get briefings on certain information, specifically at the Department of Defense, we were told that we don't hold access authority and that we had to be a part of certain committees, but that's not true. In fact, oversight is actually the overarching branch of Congress that actually has investigative authorities into every single sector and branch of government, and so that's false. There's an issue with overclassification, but also, too, as you stated, many whistleblowers are afraid of being hit with the Espionage Act, especially if they are in positions in the intelligence community. And so that's exactly why we need to talk about immunity. We're actually going to be asking for the committee to vote as a whole to give certain people that we want to get into SCIF immunity so that they can actually talk to what they might know. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's our job, whether or not these things are natural phenomena, whether or not these things are adversarial nature. I think that not answering those questions, I think that not having the discussion breeds room for error, and especially in regards to theories that might not necessarily be correct. And so I'm looking at this from a very analytical perspective, but what I can tell you is, just like you stated, you've been watching this video. It's pretty wild and bizarre. I don't think that it should have been classified in the way that it was, and I think that there's more information that should be released to the American people.
You know what's really funny, and I don't mean to be that guy, that conspiracy theorist, right? But as soon as we had this hearing that was like so big, so much good shit came out, and there was reasonable outrage about the secrecy and the DOD keeping shit from the public. And now you got people, asking for the video to be removed and censored from Kirkpatrick and that girl that was murdered on the bus, right? There's so much things happening at the same time. Anything UAP happens to just steal the conversation. Not that it doesn't deserve attention, but it's kind of weird how the conversation was just switched up with this massive stuff happening. You gotta consider that, right?
Are you aware of anything in the government, United States government arsenal that can split a Hellfire missile like this?
No.
And do whatever blob thing it did and then keep going? Nothing?
Nothing.
All right, how about you, Chief Wiggins?
Nothing to my knowledge, ma'am.
Okay, and how about you, Mr. Borland?
I prefer to answer that in a skiff.
But that's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and just bounced right off. And it kept going.
It kept going, and it looks like the debris was taken with it.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
So
what
again,
flies like that?
again, I'm not going to speculate what it is, but the question is,
Does this video scare you guys? Yes or no?
Yes.
Wiggins?
Yes.
Nat?
I had a different reaction. I was really happy that it got out. Thanks for providing
Curiosity
that,
kills the
Congressman.
cat. All right, Mr. Moore.
Nothing will kill that cat, okay? George Knapp, the motherfucking G-man. We need to release more. We need to get more leaked. What is that method? They called it the dead drop. more people within these circles that has access to this kind of material. You need to like create a terabyte of files and zip it up and just dead drop that shit. Like, yeah, not that I don't know if that's illegal to request that, you know, into the void, but yeah, we need that shit. Let's get more footage, guys. New upload every day. Subscribe, notifications on, leave a like. We talk about the latest stuff and we will continue to do so. Yesterday's video did really bad, but I think it's because I uploaded a short earlier in the day and then not as many notifications went out. I'm not sure how that works entirely, how many times you're allowed to upload in a day, to where if you do it then it will fuck with your, you know, notifications or your channel being shown. But yeah, if you just went to that video, gave it a like, gave it a share, anything you can and with this one, massively appreciated. Patreon down below. $1 a month is a lot for me and that would be much appreciated. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. See ya and enjoy your day.